Oh, woo. Oh, boy. That was exhilarating. How y'all doing today? Welcome to Davyne's blog number 4. I'm out here at the park while my kids are at school, enjoying myself. So, today's blog is entitled Suicidal Thoughts. I know you're saying yourself, why on earth would you want to talk about suicidal thoughts and you out here at the playground? Well, if we're going to have a conversation, a real conversation, it shouldn't matter where I give it, but we're going to have it right now. Find something that I can post my phone up on so we can just rap for a minute. Y'all alright with that? Cool. Well, I'm out here today talking about suicidal thoughts. The reason for this blog today, I'm hoping that it will help somebody in a way that it had helped me. A while back, I was on Facebook, and I saw a friend of mine, a homegirl of mine. I saw a post she had put up on Facebook, and it would sound like she was going through a situation, like she was just going through something, like she wasn't her normal jippery self that day. So instead of commenting on her status or sending her inbox, I decided to call her. Because we was cool like that. So I called her, and I asked her, what was going on, did she need to talk? So she told me about her situation, what was going on with her that day. And I quickly was like, well, we don't do that. We don't sit here and mope around. And I was encouraging her through Jesus Christ, telling her that we're not going to let the enemy defeat you today. And I was saying all these wonderful things that a Christian should say to someone. So I was just encouraging her and just giving her words of wisdom and making her feel good. And then when we was about to get off the phone, she told me thank you, and she was feeling better. And she was glad that I called. So I hung up the phone with her, and immediately when I hung the phone up with her, whatever was going on with her, it was now going on with me. It's like whatever had her depressed, had her going through whatever thing that was bothering her, whether it be spiritually or whatever it was that was bothering her, seemed like it had jumped through the phone and it got on me. Because it seemed like soon as I got off the phone with her, I started feeling depressed. I started feeling a certain way. My stomach was feeling like when you're getting ready to go before a crowd of people, it's like a nervousness, almost like butterflies. I was feeling that kind of way in my stomach and in my mind. You know how sometimes you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or you just wake up one morning and you just feel depressed and you don't know what's going on, but you just feel like, and that's how I was feeling like that. And then I was like, I just inspired this woman. Now I need her to turn around and call me back and tell the same thing to me that I told her. And it was just getting worse. I was telling you, it was getting worse throughout the day, just getting worse and worse. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out what was going on. I didn't pray, didn't open up no Bible, start reading no scriptures. Matter of fact, all the stuff that I told her to do to try to get that thing off of her, I couldn't even remember to do them for myself. All I know is that I was going through a bad moment. So I was home by myself. Kids was at the daycare, wife at work. So that whole day, it seemed like as the hours went by, I was getting worse. I was feeling worse and worse. So by the time I picked my wife up from work, I couldn't wait to see her. Then I was going to tell her about what was going on with me. So I told her that I was feeling a certain kind of way today. And she listened to me, but I don't think she really understood the severity of what I was going through. Because when I told her, she just, thought maybe I just was feeling sick or or whatever, but it wasn't no feeling of sickness. It was just like a heavy burden that had fell on me. So I tried to tell her, but I don't think she fully understood. So by the time I picked my wife and my kids up, it had got 100 times worse from when it first had got on me at the house. It's like now I got to the point where I didn't care about my family. I didn't care about my kids. I didn't care if I lived. I don't know where this feeling had came from. I'm just sitting there. I'm driving my family home, and I feel like driving off a bridge, and I couldn't explain it. So this particular day, you know, I took the family home, and I think on this day, I was short of some money, and I needed to borrow some gas money for one of my close friends named Marquise. So I called Marquise up, and I asked him, you know, could he spot me like $20 until, you know, whenever. He was like, yeah. So he was like, can you meet me at the gas station? So when I dropped my family off, I went driving towards the gas station, and I mean, that thing was really on me. I just wanted to just drive off a cliff. I don't know what was going on with me, but yeah, I had never had this feeling before in my life. So when I got to the gas station, and I'm sitting in the gas station, and I'm waiting on my friend Marquise to pull up. He pulls up with his wife. He get out the car, Jippery. What's up, D? And, you know, he gave me a handshake, and he had the $20. He dapped me up with the $20 in his hand like we do. And I remember looking out the window at him, and I said, yo, dawg, I'm feeling a certain kind of way today. And he was like, he just stopped me dead in my tracks. He told me, we don't do that. You gotta shake that thing off. He said, listen to your song, number 13. Just call on Jesus. And then he just got in his car and he left. I'm like, he had no idea that I was to the point that I just wished that I was dead. I don't know what was going on with me, but it had just got that bad. But before I could really even explain to him what was going on with me and how I was feeling, all he said was, stop right there. He didn't even give me a chance to get into it. Once I told him I was feeling a certain way, he's like, we don't do that. He said, just call on Jesus. You know that song you wrote on your CD? Just listen to it. And he jumped in the car and deuces, left. And when he left, I sat there for about 10 minutes still wanting to kill myself. And I was like, wow, it's like here I was trying to cry out for help to everybody. It's like nobody was believing me. You know, I tried to tell my wife, and she just thought that I was just, you know, either going through a bad moment or just thought that I was sick. Here I'm trying to tell my friend that I'm feeling a certain kind of way, and he just stopped me in my tracks. We don't do that. Listen to number 13 on your CD, just call on Jesus. And got in his car and he left. And I was like, I was sitting there, I couldn't figure out what was going on with me at that time. So I proceeded to leave, and I'm driving towards home. And I wanted to call on Jesus, but it was hard because I was feeling really, really bad. I mean, I was feeling really bad. So I started calling on Jesus in the car, calling Jesus with everything I got. It seemed like the more I called his name, it seemed like the more I wanted to kill myself. I didn't know what was going on. It's like I kept calling him. It's like the thing, like the depression on me just got worse. It got worse. I didn't know what was going on. So pulled out the CD. I put the CD in. And I went to the song to play the song like he had told me to do. So I put the song in, and the song came on, and immediately I mean, when the song came on, I still was feeling depressed. But it's like, as the song continued on, I felt, it's almost like I felt pieces of the burden falling off me as I was listening to my own song, a song that I wrote to minister to people, to minister the gospel. The more and more I'm hearing this song, and when the hook comes along, it's talking about just call on Jesus, and the more and more I'm listening to this song, it begins to minister back to me. It's like I wrote a song that ended up saving my own life. It's like I wrote this song, and I'm listening to the song, and the more and more I'm listening to it, the burdens and everything is falling off, and I'm starting to sing along with it. I'm starting to rap, you know, because at first when the song first came on, I'm like just listening to myself as if I'm somebody else. I'm like, what this guy got to say? So I'm listening to the song almost like for the first time. And the more and more I listen to it, I'm listening to the words of what I was going through, it began to minister back to me and let me know that throughout all our troubles and stuff that we face in life, that if we cast our troubles on Jesus Christ, he is the answer to everything, even when it don't seem that way. So while I'm driving and I finally got through with this song, it's like by the time I got back to the house, I was a new man. I don't even know why it happened that day, and it could have been because I was so, I was on the phone with this young lady, and I had so much to say about, oh, the devil has no power. The devil has no power. He can't do nothing to you. I'm so confident, and I knew exactly what to tell this woman, but when it came to my own life, I didn't even know what to do for my own self. So that's just an example of how we can stand before people and we can say all these wonderful things to people and help people with their lives and tell people what they should do and what they shouldn't do. It's so easy. It's so easy to tell people that until you're faced with a situation. And then most of the time, all of these scriptures that we can quote, so at the drop of the hat, when a situation really, really jumps in your life, you don't even know what a scripture is, don't even know what a Bible is, can't even spell Jesus, much less call on his name. You understand? So that's where I was. But I'm so thankful that my man Marquise was so in tune with Jesus and so in tune with understanding that he was able to just say, hey, Hop, we're not even going to give what you're talking about. We're not even going to give that room to even come on me. Basically, that's what he was saying. We're not even going to give that negative room to jump in my life. What we're going to do is just call on Jesus. And he left. He didn't even stick around to mope with me like most people would like for somebody to do, climb down in the ditch with you and y'all sang old Negro spirituals. But no, that's not what I did. Oh, that's not what he did. That's what I wanted, but that's not what he did. He left me. And he left me there to handle it on my own. And I listened to that song, and the more and more that song talked about Jesus. I got 17 songs on my CD. But why was it that song that he told me to listen to? Why? Because that song talks about Jesus. It tells you to just call on Jesus. When things ain't going your way and you can't get down on your knees to pray because you don't know what to say, just call on Jesus. Right now, we are going to check out Just Call on Jesus right now. Blog number 4, Suicidal Thoughts. Listen up right now. It's your boy Davyne. When I wrote this song, I was saved about 11 months. Well, 8 months for real saved. But I got some things going on with me. See if y'all can help me. Listen. Sometimes I feel so bad, it's like a pain up in my chest. I lay down and close my eyes, but I still can't get no rest. This pain I can't explain, it's like misery is my name. And no matter how much I try, it seems like I never ever get no gain. See, I'm going through a little bit of something, I ask y'all to pray for me, but everything the same for me. Not one thing I pray for, change for me. See, I've been through in this town, somebody please hear me now. They telling me to trust in God, but when is he ever gonna bring me out? These Christians quoting these scriptures, saying these things that I can't understand, and then telling me everything I'm going through is just another piece in the purpose of God's plan. But I'm about to lose my mind, I can't take none of this no more. And the church condemning me, that's why I'm walking right back up out that door. Now I'm staying at these 4 walls, and they closing in real tight, and it feels like the world is against me. Somebody said this is not my fight. Well, tell me who fight it is, cause everything coming at me, coming at me, coming at me, coming at me, coming at me.
Jesus, when things ain't going your way, and you can't kneel down and pray, cause you don't know what to say. Just call on Jesus. When you toss and turn all night, cause you think you're losing the fight, cause nothing won't go right. Just call on Jesus.
I called Him so many times with so many tears. Never knew once that I got saved that I would be decreasing for years. I done gave up everything, now where is my increase? And I need my harvest, please. I done sown so many seeds, and now my faith is fading. Matter of fact, I don't have no faith, and I don't have no more patience. Now how can I run this race? So many questions, got no answers. I just gotta hear the voice of God. Everybody preaching, everybody teaching, still this Christian walk so hard to the point that I'm about to give up and throw my hands to the sky. Sometimes it gets so hard in my heart that I wanna just lay right down and cry. I got no love, I got no joy. Since I got saved, I ain't found no peace. Now that I think about it, I had more peace and a lot more money when I ran these streets. Now that ain't right. Somebody talk to me and tell me the good news. They said that the good news is this gospel, then why all other saints going through? That's my thoughts, that's what I see every time the saints they come around me. Now I'm drained, uninspired. I need a word that'll get me wired.
Just call him Jesus.
Jesus.
When things ain't going your way, and you can't kneel down and pray, 'cause you don't know what to say. Just call him Jesus. When you toss and turn all night, 'cause you think you're losing the fight, 'cause nothing won't go right. Just call him Jesus. When there is no one to turn to, and you feel like you're all alone, don't be afraid, just come on, Jesus, Jesus. And when you feel like you can make it, and thoughts of defeat begin to fill your mind, just lift your head up to the sky and call, yeah, Jesus, 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 Jesus.
I gotta admit, when you told me to get down and to call on Jesus' name, the more I called on Him and called on Him, I felt Him release my pain. I feel this joy that makes me dance, that make me shout out that I'm free. Free from worries, free from doubt, free from my past that the world talk about, free from sickness, free from lack. No longer worrying about this and that, no longer worrying about this and that. I'm no longer worrying about this and that.
Just call him Jesus. When things ain't going your way, and you can't kneel down and pray, 'cause you don't know what to say. Just call him Jesus. When you toss and turn all night, 'cause you think you're losing the fight, 'cause nothing won't go right. Just call him Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus.